The developer strength. People exceptionally talented in the developer strength recognize and cultivate the potential in others. They spot signs of each small improvement and derive satisfaction from evidence of progress. People who have developer really look for the potential in others. Sometimes potential is all they see. They kind of have the belief that everyone's a work in progress. There's always a possibility of growth and potential. When you interact with others, you look for ways in which you can improve them, stretch them, grow them in some way, shape, or form. And part of this is that you don't just give people advice or tell them what to do. You are all about doing it together. It's an inclusive thing. Together we grow, not here you go ahead and do it. Over time, hopefully the developer, since it's a relationship building strength, you'll help to build that relationship. The trust you guys build in people allows the other person to know you are being truthful and there's care involved, and that you really are like in sync with these people, with the people you're working with, and you're genuine. And the encouragement is not just for your own sake, it is for the betterment of the other people in your life. If you had developer high, remember to develop yourself. This is one thing you have to remember. Sometimes people who had developer high are so invested in others' progress, so invested with the potential in others, they forget about themselves. And you can't help others if you are down. You can't help others if you don't work on yourself. You're going to lose what makes you sharp, what makes you special. Also, if you have developer high, sometimes you get a little bit connected to the people you're working with. And if they are struggling, there's a responsibility part to it that is like, hey, like I did something wrong. That what did I do to what part of me is broken that I couldn't help them grow? So you have to remember, sometimes the best way to move someone forward is to let them fail a few times and figure it out on their own, not for you to always be the one responsible for their progress. In our raw versus mature part of this video, one thing that's really interesting is that people who are raw in this can be a little critical of the other person's development, and they can be picky and always looking for what's missing. What can we do better? What can you do better? And a lot of developers, when they're raw, turn it around. It's not a very inclusive strength or together strength. It is a pointing at the other person, like what did they do wrong or what do they have to do better to improve themselves? Whereas you get mature, it's a very patient strength. You think about how we are going to do this, right? We're going to get better. We're going to grow together. We're going to move one level higher. We're not trying to get to the finish line in the first time through. We just want to spot signs of improvement over time so that there is growth and progress, and then celebrate that together. That's what developers love to do. Sometimes some of the common words or synonyms for a developer would be a teacher, a coach, a mentor. They love helping others succeed. And so that is when you're at your best, when you're in that zone, you are really in it, and the people know that you care, and the people are working with you, and you are working together, and it's really a successful venture. If you're unable to develop somebody, sometimes you can waste time people who don't want it as bad as you do. And so you try to make them want it more. So you have to be able to pull yourself back a little bit and take a big picture point of view. And if this person is not working the way that you expect them to, that is their decision. There's only so much you can do in this world for someone else. If they don't want it for themselves, you're going to have to kind of back off and let them figure it out on their own. And since it's a relationship building strength, and I'm all about relationships, the developer, again, thinking about individuals as you work with, like some people are better suited to this type of relationship where someone can help them grow and encourage them. So when you look at your relationships, what did you do to encourage someone specifically? And remember that. So if person A needed a little kick in the pants, that's what you do to encourage them. If someone else needed a little more sensitivity, you do that with that person as well. So recognize who you've praised, who you've supported, how you've encouraged individually, so you can bring that back when the time comes, when you have to do it again, you know exactly what to do. Also, because like I said earlier, sometimes the people who are developers don't develop themselves. Think about who has helped you grow. All right. Think about and how you like to grow. So if you've learned something from somebody else, maybe you can, remember when you get a little burnt out or you're a little frayed at the edges, how are you going to recharge your battery? How are you going to develop yourself? So look for someone else to be that person for you. And also, if they can't be here physically with you, think about what they did to encourage you and maybe get yourself back on track, recharge your batteries so you can be the best person for the people you're trying to develop.